right. Give y'all a few minutes to get in here. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Completely forgot to import the new questions. Oh my God. Wow. Where? But the word search came up. All right. All right. Here we go. We're back. Well. Yeah. While everybody files in, go ahead and do this, do that, do the other. This image. Oh, that image. Okay. Didn't know what that was. And while everybody files back in, I'm gonna go take a bio break. Yep, I got it fixed. It didn't. All I had to do was import the 3 rounds of questions, and they're ready now. But we got to get everybody back in here. So play with that. I'll be right back. Well, it's showing 8 people in here. It's showing only 7 on YouTube. Like we lost some people. They don't have faith in me to get it right. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to import. Jeez. That was a total fail. Yeah, Jeff, that was the other round. See, we're back on round 1. You got to remember the ones from last week. All right, enough of that. All right, we'll do the count. Let the countdown go. We're up to 11. I think we're back up to about where we were. And this time, the questions will be about turtles and not Western comics. And they'll probably be easier. Yes, I'm going straight to the trivia. Well, because we're a little late getting going with it. And for some reason, I scheduled my community hangout at 10 o'clock. I should have scheduled it for like 10:15. Okay, let's go. Round one, the turtles. Now this time.
All right.
At least we hope so. Go ninja, go ninja. Yeah. All right. Some turtle questions. I like turtles too. Now, if anybody gets this wrong, you deserve to be smacked in the head by a bullhorn or whatever you call them things. That's weird. That's it. It was Todd McFarlane. We all know that. Those Spawn turtles. Thank God everybody got that one right. Nah, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I probably will delete the other stream. A good idea, Will. Ooh, that's a tough one. Does anybody know that one? Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't know that. But apparently y'all know it's Tatsusaki. I do think it's one of those sakis, Tatsu or Oroku. It's Oroku-saki. Who dat knew? Had a feeling he would. And Parallax, good job. That's probably the toughest one. Which turtle is distinguished by wielding wings? Who uses the sai? And broods. It's Raphael. Well, you put in 1, why did it register 2? Oh, you said I said 2 up there and it was already counting it. You got to be careful using numbers in the comment. In which issue of the original TMNT series did the Turtles first encounter the Foot Clan? Was it 2, 3, 4, or 5? I would have to guess on that because it's been too long since I read those. Hey, what's up from the desk? Ah, Jeff, you're the only one that knew it. Everybody else?
Wrong!
Hey, Joe. I hope everybody gets this right. I mean, really, it's not like they had any money. Apparently, they did have a photocopier. Good job, everybody. Well, I got 7 people playing, but it shows 11 or 12 in the chat. Got to get some more people. Yeah, they did. Everybody realized, hey, we can just use a photocopier and make black and white comics. So everybody did. Unfortunately, a lot of them couldn't write near as good as Eastman and Laird could. Some of them drew better. What narrative tone? Yeah. I don't know why it keeps showing that. It wants to show random pages from the past. But yeah, pretty satirical pulp noir. Mythical epic. Wouldn't that be like Beowulf? I don't care about the results of question 4 again. We're on question 7. What recurring theme is most prominent in the Mirage TMNT comics? Intergalactic warfare. Oh, now we're looking at the results of question 4. Stamp collecting. That's correct. Hey, yeah, now we got some more people playing. Cool. We're up to 11 players. Cool. Hey, now that's true. They do love their pizza. That's a romance. What role does Splinter serve? I think that's pretty easy. Hey, Jonko. Just in time for the last 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle questions. And then we'll move on to something nobody knows anything about except me. Well, maybe. Of course, we all know he's their mentor. Villainous overlord? Come on, Will. You know that's not right. What do you think it said? Shredder? Internal moral conflicts and volatile temper. Me? That sounds like me. Raphael. And Raphael it is. You see, if you never read the original Mirage comics, this would be tough, I guess. Pretty sure that's. I think it's number 1. Yeah. Satirical critique of pop culture. Well, let's see how everybody did. Who answered the fastest? That's the main thing. I know there's quite a few of you that got all 10 correct, I believe. Oh, nobody got 10 correct. You got 9 correct. Parallax, good job. Do that. And Adamantium Blade, Jeff, you got 8. Faster than DK did, apparently. All right. It's time to move on to round 2. This one's going to be a little tough for some of y'all, I'm sure. He's not nearly as popular, but without him, there wouldn't have been any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because even though, like Phil said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got so popular, they did start the glut. Cerebus was the first. He showed that you can just do a comic and publish it all by yourself. What's a Cerebus? Well, that's a good question. And hopefully you know the answer. He was a barbarian, but he was also a certain type of animal. Boom, boom, boom. And of course it is Cerebus the Aardvark. Why an Aardvark? I have no clue. But I can tell you why it's called Cerebus. Originally, he was going to use the name of the 3-headed hound of hell, Cerberus. But he couldn't remember how to spell it, so it ended up being Cerebus. He was probably stoned. Which explains a lot about the early Cerebuses. Who created Cerebus the Aardvark? Process of elimination will probably help almost all of you answer this one. And yes, Dave Sim was quite the stoner. There's actually one of the things they did in the first so many issues of Cerebus was there would be a picture of him and other people that were part of the helped with the comic on the back of the comic though. And it was quite often he'd be rolling one or smoking one or hey, what's up, Monty? I'm glad you could stop by, man. So what was the name of the publisher? Which, of course, was also Dave Sim's company. Hence the self-publishing. Again, process of elimination is a good thing. And it was, of course, Aardvark Vanaheim. Not sure where the Vanaheim came from. But they did publish some other comics. Journey was quite a good comic. I'm trying to remember who was the creator of Journey. It was about a trapper that in the early days of colonial days. Puma Blues. Yes, Phil, that was excellent. The second collected volume, that would be issues 26 through 50, and one of the most popular of the stories. And I think a lot of you will be guessing on this one. Now, Reeds, I loved that one. I thought that was just a lot of fun. But in the second volume, because the first volume was just Cerebus the Aardvark, which is basically a satire of Conan the Barbarian. But in the second volume, he moves up in the world and becomes a member of high society. And in Church and State, he becomes the Pope. And in Jocko's story, he falls in love. And in Reeds, well, they read comic books and hang out at a bar with Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and Marty Feldman. And the way he uses all these people from pop culture is just wonderful. Who was the background artist who collaborated with Dave Sim? He was an amazing black and white artist. And again, process of elimination. And his name was simply Gerhard. And if you haven't looked at his art, do a Google search on Gerhard artist and check it out. He did all the background stuff. Dave Sim would draw the figures, the characters, and Gerhard would come in and do all the backgrounds. And Steve Bissett was a good artist too. Of course, all four of these were good artists. Yes, he did some stuff for heavy metal recently. See, Phil knows what genre best describes the Cerebus comic series. Knowing that it's a satire of Conan the Barbarian should point you in the right direction here. Although there is definitely a little bit of all three of the others. Well, maybe not the science fiction part, but definitely some romantic comedy when Jocker comes around, and Wolveroach, Moonroach, well, he has multiple personality disorder and believes himself to be a lot of different superheroes, which got him in a little bit of trouble with the legal department of Marvel. But then, oh gosh, who was it? It wasn't Quesada. Oh gosh, whoever was the editor-in-chief of Marvel at the time said, Dave, ignore the cease and desist letter and use our characters all you want. And of course, in high society, well, just remember that Dave Sim was a Canadian, and this was printed and written in Canada. He didn't become Pope till later. First, he became the Prime Minister, which would be like Conan the King, but Cerebus the Prime Minister. Yeah, the first 100 or so issues are great. The second 100, well, there's a part where it falls off a little bit. that all of these people actually are characters. But it should be obvious which one is Elric of Meldimity if you know anything about Elric. Of course, Elric was an albino. So he's Elrod the albino, and he's not too bright. Lord Julius, excellent character. So much fun. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. See, these aren't that hard. Starting in -1. How many issues of Cerebus are in the main run? There's a Cerebus number 0. There's a few other specials. And then, of course, now he's got Cerebus Goes to Hell and all the satirical cover, which are mostly reprints. But yes, when he first started Cerebus, he said there will be 300 issues, and it will tell Cerebus's life story. And he actually did it. He made it all the way. I don't have any background music on this one. I need to fix that. Who is the parody of Groucho Marx? Yep, Chonko. That's pretty much it. Because everybody he knew was already dead. Looks like everybody knows this one somehow. Did I tell you, or did I tell that one? But yes, it's Lord Julius. He's quite the character, and he's a perfect persona of Groucho Marx. The stuff he does and says is exactly what you can imagine Groucho Marx would do. And all the Marx brothers are a part of the comic, as a matter of fact. Let's see who, see, look at that. 10 correct. Chonko, who dat? Brad. Surprised Bill's not up there. Even Bog's got 8. I mean, you didn't even have to read the book and you did well. Of course, I know a couple of y'all have heard me talk about it quite often. What up, Tat? You made it just in time for round 3. And round 3, well, all I can say is I hope you've seen Forrest Gump. Because that's our movie of the week. Because last week I did movies of 1994, which Forrest Gump is one of those. And I'm pretty sure there was not a single question about Forrest Gump in the whole trivia round. What brand of shoes does Forrest wear during his cross-country run? Okay. Oh, it's Nike, isn't it Nike? Or is it the Adidas? It was Nike. Yeah, I thought so. Had the swoosh. That Nike swoosh. What song is playing during the cross-country run montage? Yep, it's one of my dad's favorite artists, and one of the first guys I ever saw live in concert. And Billy Strings does a great cover of this, and he actually did it with Jackson Brown. Running on empty, running on, running wild. Love that song. Although any of those songs kind of would have fit, right? Baby, I was born to run. I can see that. Who was the host of the TV talk show that Forrest appeared on with John Lennon? It's amazing how they edited him into those scenes, especially considering it was 31 years ago. I mean, anybody can do it now with a little bit of AI. Yep, it's Dick Cavett. Now he is on the Ed Sullivan Show at one point. Where he plays the ping pong with himself. Which company did Lieutenant Dan invest Forrest's money into? I think everybody remembers that fruity company. Apple Computers. But at that time, I think he would have done well to invest in any of those companies. Forrest Gump. Which U.S. president does Forrest meet after his college football success? I think he offers him a Dr. Pepper. After he's drank 14 of them himself. And he's got to pee. In Vietnam, what was the name of the soldier who lost his legs and later became Forrest's business partner? Man, if any of y'all get this wrong, you should be slapped. Major Tate. Where's Tate? Is he here? Bubba. Bubba was going to be his business partner. Lieutenant Dan. Good job, y'all. I don't have to slap anybody. Dang, I was looking forward to that. What does Forrest do when Jenny throws rocks at her childhood home? She's throwing rocks and you know, he just sits here and watches her let her anger out. I mean, sometimes he does really smart things. He silently watches her cry. What did Forrest say when he learns he has a son? Yeah, I think everybody knew that one. That's one of the funny lines in the movie. Is he smart? Or is he like me? All right, 2 more questions. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. The smiley face. I mean, is there really a way to do that where it's going to come out looking like a smiley face? I don't think so, but it was really cool in the movie. Woodstock promotion. Where'd that come from, guys? I don't remember that. Peace symbol would have been cool. And the final question of the night. What book is young Forrest reading on the school bus? Yeah, shit happens. That was good too. Or in the TV version, it happens. The Hardy Boys. Yeah, it was the Hardy Boys. But no, it was Curious George and the man in the yellow hat. What's up, Rude? Tony? Man, we got a lot of people here now. And it's over. Except you can go for a free duck in just a minute. Don't even have to answer a question. All you got to do is be able to type DuckTales. Chonko, all 10 correct. Good job, man. I mean, really, all of y'all should have had all 10 correct. It's freaking Forrest Gump. What day is it? One day they show it all day long. Kind of like they do a Christmas story on Christmas. But great job, Chonko. You got a duck, man. And now, type in DuckTales, hashtag DuckTales. Let's give away a freebie. I had to do this because it's the only way Jay Thompson can get a duck. And he got one. DuckTales, woo! Oh, that sounded awful. Okay, DuckTales, woo! That was a little better. Showing 18 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 12, so 6 more people. Type DuckTales. Diddy. Oh. Make this thing bigger. I think so. A little sample down there shows 3 lines and like 10 columns. What are we joining? You're gonna get a duck so you can win some comics. Give away once a month. We have a duck race at the end of the month. This one will be on the 30th, which is actually the last day of the month. And everybody got a duck on the 2nd, 9th. Oh, there'll be a bunch of ducks. 2nd, 9th. See, there's 5 Mondays this month. So yeah. And if you don't want the duck, you can give it away. Just let me know and make sure I see it. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Duck World. All right, counting down from 10 because I'm 20 minutes late starting the community hangout because of my screw up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and oh, I didn't open the thing to the button. There we go. Let's see who gets the free duck for this week. Week 3. And the winner is Jeff, Adamantium Blade Comic Collectibles. Your name is so long it went right off the edge of the card. All right, everybody. Hit the like button, the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and be here next Monday. And if you have time, click on one of my playlists, watch some stuff. I'm just a few hundred hours away from being able to monetize. And it doesn't mean a lot to me, but kind of like, completing the game or something. I just feel like I got to get there. Oh, Jeff, you're like Jay. You got to win a duck because you can't answer the trivia questions. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, right. You know a lot about comics, man. There will be some categories you can answer. I'll get there if YouTube will quit screwing with me, and because you drop off hours from a year ago, and I gain hours from this year, and it's staying right at the same thing. I need 250 hours. I've needed 250 hours for a month, and I've been gaining and losing at the same rate. I guess I need to put out more videos. All right, guys, we're going to do a community hangout. It's scheduled to start at 10, which was 20 minutes ago, so look for it to pop up. Well, Monty, you got to make more videos, man. And how's the jalapenos going? I am up to my neck in jalapenos, and I've only got 9 plants. I've started selling them to the guy at the street that has a produce stand. He gives me like $7 per gallon bag. Jalapeno ponies, yeah. All right, guys, thanks for coming, and yeah, especially with 300 jalapeno plants, I bet you do. All right, man. Y'all have a great night. Come join us in the hangout.